began to look around the country and saw a variety of boxes being offered in multiple communities and states, the first thing I did was to turn to Yad Yehuda. And within a matter of weeks, after spending countless hours, thanks to Mrs. Savir, the program was able to finally launch with tremendous success.
One of our first steps was to reach out to Sarah Wetstein, who runs the program in Benos Israel, who, with a little background in research, did decide that it would be possible and she would be willing to sponsor our program here in Silver Spring.
Silver Spring approached me and said, we have no program. It's really hard to get this program started. What can you do for us? And I was very excited to be able to be involved in sponsoring their program, getting it off the ground, and feeding all these people in Silver Spring as we are doing currently in Baltimore.
Two individuals, Patrick Campbell and Marla Kaplan of the Food Security Task Force in Montgomery County, really took control and helped us bring this program to the finish line.
The way I first got connected with Yad Yehuda is I was on the food security call, and typically, I'd listen in after I would speak. And Stephanie came on that thing and was saying, hey, we're looking for resources. I reached out to her and said, hey, let's set up a call and figure out what you need. With this partnership, we actually found an equal partner. They ran the site, they got the volunteers, they organized it, and every time we would visit the site, they were looking for ways to do it better.
I've never in all my years seen a program that has risen to ensure that the rules were being followed as they should be.
Teach Coalition was incredibly instrumental to helping us get the USDA program off the ground. Without their effort, their insight, and their direction, I don't know how we would have ever been able to offer the program.
Since we've been working with communities across the country on securing and rolling out the programs, we've been able to share best practices across the different sites. And it's been wonderful to be able to share some of Yad Yehuda's successes with others.
I was able to assist the program because when its contract was threatened back in the fall, the organizers of the program reached out to me to ask if there was anything my office and my colleagues in the General Assembly could do to help out. And my colleagues and I reached out to a number of state officials to find out who the relevant contacts were at the state agencies to work out this problem. And within a matter of days, we had them on the phone and decided to renew the contract for the program. And so it was a big victory that only took a few phone calls but helped a lot of people.
The final step before launching our program was to identify vendors who could provide thousands of meals.
Every box requires 4 nutritional requirements. So we have to have milk, which is provided with the milk. We have to have a certain amount of grains, a certain amount of protein, and a certain amount of fruits and vegetables. So we're always playing with different combinations to achieve the right balance between quantity of products and at the same time having food that children want to eat.
A lot of the items that we've currently been making are items that we make in-house that are not manufactured by some big facility, especially our cooked proteins. We're making them here in our kitchens. So we are ensuring that the products that we cook are homemade quality products.
There's so many different people that this project has gotten involved. So volunteers, employees, people on the end receiving the actual packages and receiving the food. So it's a community helping community.
It's also been a lot of fun just seeing the program grow. When we were at Brooklyn, we would have 4 stations coming in to now that we have these boxes, we have 6 stations, and we're feeding, today we even have 8 stations. And then hearing the feedback from the community. We've had great feedback from the community.
This has probably been one of the greatest mitzvahs that we've been able to do since we've been in business by helping people so much.
And the package that we're putting together is for the community. We are going to do whatever we can between myself, between Ben Yehuda and Yad Yehuda to make sure that this package is what the community wants. Our number one goal is the customer.
We couldn't run the USDA Summer Food Service Program without the unwavering dedication of our volunteers. It's a beautiful mix of people from different neighborhoods, different shuls, different schools.
We come to volunteer every week, first of all because it's fun. Second, it's really nice to be able to give back to the community and to Yad Yehuda, to everything that they do for us.
Really, it's a great time to just have fun with the other volunteers and to say hi to everyone and give back.
It's become fun and it feels good to be helping the community.
I give tremendous amount of kudos to the volunteers for coming out and bearing the elements. We initially had started in the summertime with the overbearing heat, and our lowest temperature I believe that we've had so far has been 20 degrees. The volunteers have been out here, they've been very motivated and very accommodating.
Two volunteers that stand out are Mary Gottlieb, who is our site manager, and Zahava Ben Simone, who has coordinated the volunteer organization and communications throughout the duration of the program.
The interaction between people and seeing the goodness in people and kindness in people and the spirit of volunteerism among people and the gratitude of the recipients is really, really energizing at a very hard time. In advance of each distribution, I assign volunteer roles for that specific night's distribution. And during the distribution itself, I stand at a certain point where each car passes me by and I tally the exact number of meals to be distributed that evening so that we can then report to our sponsor in Baltimore and the USDA exactly how many meals we've distributed that night.
And the amount of cars and the organization, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. And in fact, I spoke to somebody from Montgomery County who said this is like the most organized program in the entire county, which is amazing because it's a first year, it's a new program.
The pandemic, more than anything, has shown a light on our ability to band together and our ability to recognize that we're all in it together. And I think this program is an embodiment of that community spirit.
More people became aware that Yad Yehuda is a resource to them if they themselves are experiencing food and financial security. And we're so grateful and we're happy to know that more people know to reach out to us.
One of the greatest pleasures has been when we hear the kids screaming as the cars drive by, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And it's really a beautiful thing.
I would say that this program is the gift that keeps on giving in that it has inspired so many others in our community to be creative in the way that they can give.